Welcome to Top Rare Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures of history. On this channel, we explore some of the most fascinating and valuable old coins from the United States. From rare pennies and silver dollars to historic coins worth thousands of dollars. Each piece has a story waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're a collector, a history lover, or just curious about coins you might have lying around, this channel will guide you through the world of rare U.S. coins, helping you valuable finds and learn what makes them so special. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we uncover the secrets behind America's rarest coins. Before we dive in, there's something important to clear up honestly and professionally. A 1980 Lincoln 1-cent coin without a mint mark is not known to be worth $1.2 million. Claims like that are often based on misunderstandings, rare error confusion, or exaggerated listings. However, there are rare penny varieties and errors that can be extremely valuable, and that's where things get exciting. Now let's create a powerful, engaging YouTube script that keeps viewers hooked while staying credible and professional. Backhand index pointing down YouTube video script. The truth about the 1980 Liberty 1-cent sign. If you have a 1980 penny in your pocket right now, you might want to take a closer look, because what seems like an ordinary 1-cent coin could actually hold surprising value if you know what to look for. Welcome back to the channel, where we explore rare coins, hidden treasures, and the fascinating world of numismatics. Today, we're uncovering the truth behind the 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin, including the famous no mint mark mystery and whether this coin could really be worth a fortune. Let's get started. The 1980 Lincoln 1-cent coin is part of one of the most iconic coin series in United States history. Featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, this coin was produced in massive quantities. In fact, billions of these pennies were minted in 1980 across different U.S. mint facilities. Now here's where many collectors and beginners get confused. Some people believe that a 1980 penny with no mint mark is rare and extremely valuable. But in reality, this is not unusual at all. Coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally did not carry a mint mark during that time. So if your 1980 penny has no mint mark, it simply means it was made in Philadelphia, which is completely normal. So why all the hype? Because sometimes, within common coins, there are rare errors and unique variations that can dramatically increase value. And that's what collectors are always searching for. Let's talk about what actually makes a 1980 penny valuable. First, condition matters more than anything. A coin that looks brand new, with sharp details and no wear, is called uncirculated. These coins can be worth significantly more than worn ones. A typical circulated 1980 penny is only worth its face value, just 1 cent. But an uncirculated version might sell for a few dollars, depending on its grade. Second, mint errors are where things get interesting. Some 1980 pennies were struck with errors during production. These errors can include double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks. One of the most valuable types is a double die error, where parts of the design appear duplicated due to a misalignment during the minting process. If you find a genuine double die 1980 penny in excellent condition, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right collector. Today's video is going to surprise you, because we are talking about a coin that many people overlook every single day. The 1993 Lincoln 1-cent. At first glance, this coin looks completely ordinary. It's small, copper-colored, and something you've probably seen hundreds of times. But what if I told you that one version of this coin, especially the 1993 penny with no visible mint mark, could be worth an incredible amount of money, even reaching values starting from $1,200 or more under the right conditions? Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1-cent coin turning into a collector's treasure. So let's break it down and understand why this coin is so special, how to identify it, and most importantly, how you might already have one in your collection without even realizing it. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1993 Lincoln cent features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front side, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has been used on U.S. pennies for over a century, making it one of the most recognizable coins in the world. On the reverse side, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used from 1959 until 2008. So nothing unusual there at first glance. Now here's where things get interesting. Most 1993 pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia typically do not carry a mint mark, while Denver coins have a small D and San Francisco coins have an S. So when we say no mint mark, it usually means the coin was produced in Philadelphia, but not all Philadelphia coins are valuable. The real value comes from rare errors, condition, and unique characteristics that set certain coins apart from the millions produced that year. Today we are uncovering one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in modern American history, the 1995 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. Stay with me until the end, because what you are about to learn might completely change the way you look at your spare change forever. Let's begin with the basics. The 1995 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series first introduced in 1909. These coins feature the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and, in 1995, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Millions upon millions of these coins were produced, and most of them are only worth their face value, just 1 cent. But here is where things get interesting. Coins minted in the United States usually carry a mint mark, a small letter that tells you where the coin was produced. For example, a D represents Denver and an S represents San Francisco. However, coins made in Philadelphia traditionally did not include a mint mark for many years. So technically, a 1995 penny without a mint mark simply means it was struck in Philadelphia. Now you might be wondering, if millions of these coins exist, why would one be worth over $1.20 million? The answer lies in rare minting errors and unique variations that occurred during production. In 1995, one of the most famous and valuable error types was discovered, the double die obverse. This error happens when the coin's design is accidentally imprinted twice at slightly different angles during the minting process. The result is a visible doubling effect, especially noticeable in the lettering and date. On a genuine rare 1995 double die penny, you can clearly see doubling in the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1995. This is not something you need a microscope to see. Even with the naked eye, the doubling can be quite obvious if you know what to look for. Collectors prize these errors because they are not intentional. They represent a mistake in the minting process, and only a limited number of such coins ever enter circulation. But not all double die pennies are created equal. Condition plays a massive role in determining the value of any coin. A worn, circulated coin might be worth a few $100s, maybe a few thousand if it is a strong example. But a coin that is in near-perfect condition, with sharp details, original luster, and no signs of wear, can skyrocket in value. Now imagine combining a rare error with a coin that has been preserved in almost flawless condition for decades. That is where the magic happens. Some of the finest known examples of the 1995 double die Lincoln cent have been graded at the highest levels by professional grading services. These coins are incredibly rare because most pennies go through heavy circulation, getting scratched, worn, and damaged over time. A pristine example is like finding a needle in a haystack. And this is exactly why collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts of money. In recent years, rare error coins have gained massive popularity, especially on online marketplaces and auctions. The idea that an everyday object could be worth a fortune has drawn in both seasoned collectors and complete beginners. Reports and market discussions have suggested that exceptional examples of rare 1995 pennies, especially those with strong doubling and top-tier grading, could reach values starting from extremely high figures, even being talked about in the range of over $1.2 million under the right circumstances, rarity confirmation, and collector demand. While such a price represents the very top end of the market and requires extraordinary conditions, it highlights just how powerful rarity and demand can be in the world of coin collecting. So how can you tell if you might have one of these valuable coins? Start by checking the date, 1995. Then look closely at the word Liberty on the left side of Lincoln's portrait. Pay attention to the phrase "In God We Trust" along the top. If you notice clear doubling, not just a shadow or blur, but actual separation in the letters, you might have something special. Lighting is important. Tilt the coin under a light source and examine it carefully. Sometimes the doubling becomes more visible at certain angles. Also, do not confuse machine doubling with true double die errors. Machine doubling often looks flat and less defined, while a genuine double die shows distinct, rounded, and separated lines. If you think you have found one, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can significantly reduce its value. Instead, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. Authentication is crucial because the market is full of imitations, misunderstandings, and overhyped claims. A certified coin gives buyers confidence and ensures that the value is accurately recognized. Another factor that drives the value of these coins is storytelling and excitement. The idea that a tiny copper coin could be worth more than $1 million captures people's imagination. It turns everyday coin hunting into a treasure hunt, and that is exactly what keeps this hobby alive. People all over the world are checking their change, searching through jars of old coins, and hoping to discover that one rare piece that changes everything. Even if you do not find $1 million coin, the journey itself can be rewarding. You learn history, develop a keen eye for detail, and become part of a global community of collectors who share the same passion. The 1995 Lincoln Cent with no mint mark reminds us that value is not always obvious. Sometimes, the most ordinary-looking items can hold extraordinary worth. Today's video is going to shock you, because we're talking about a 1998 Lincoln 1-cent coin that many people believe could be worth up to $1,200 million. But is that really true, or is it one of the biggest myths in coin collecting? Stay with me till the end, because what you're about to learn could save you from misinformation and maybe even help you spot a real valuable coin. Let's start with the basics. The 1998 Lincoln Penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. On the front, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's portrait, and on the back, the Lincoln Memorial Building. Now, when it comes to this coin, one of the most important details collectors look for is the mint mark. A mint mark tells you where the coin was made. If there is no mint mark, that means it was produced in Philadelphia. If you see a small letter D under the date, that means it was minted in Denver. Here's where the confusion begins. Some people are searching for a 1998 D penny with no mint mark, which technically does not exist. A coin cannot have both a D mint mark and no mint mark at the same time. So when people say 1998 D no mint mark, what they usually mean is either a Philadelphia coin without a mint mark, or they are mistakenly thinking a missing mint mark is a rare error. Now let's talk about value. The truth is, most 1998 pennies are extremely common. Billions were produced, both in Philadelphia and Denver. In circulated condition, meaning coins that have been used in everyday transactions, these coins are typically worth only 1 cent, their face value. Even if you find one in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks brand new, it might only be worth between 10 cents and 30 cents. So where do those huge price claims come from? The answer is rare varieties and errors. There is a famous variety called the wide AM. This refers to the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the back of the coin. In normal coins, the letters are very close together. But in the wide AM variety, there is a noticeable gap. This happened because of a minting mistake, where proof dies were accidentally used for regular coins. These coins are rare and highly collectible. A 1998 wide AM penny can be worth anywhere from $20 to over $500 depending on condition, and in top grades, even more. Another factor that increases value is condition. Coin collectors use a grading scale from 1 to 70. The closer a coin is to perfect condition, the higher its value. For example, a nearly perfect 1998 penny graded MS-69 has sold for around $5,800 at auction. There are also other error coins to look out for, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on the wrong metal. These errors can increase value significantly, sometimes into the hundreds of dollars range. But here's the important truth you need to understand. There is no verified record of a 1998 penny selling for anything close to $1,200 million. That number is not realistic and is likely based on internet rumors, clickbait videos, or misunderstandings. Even the rarest modern pennies typically sell for thousands, not millions. So if someone tells you your 1998 penny is worth millions just because it has no mint mark, you should be very careful. Philadelphia coins without mint marks are actually the most common type. Now let's talk about how you can check your own coin. First, look under the date. If there is no letter, it's from Philadelphia. If there is a D, it's from Denver. Next, turn the coin over and examine the word America. Look closely at the spacing between the A and M. If there is a clear gap, you might have a wide AM variety. Then check the condition. Is the coin shiny and red, or is it worn and brown? Coins with original red color are more valuable. You can also use a magnifying glass to look for doubling in the letters or numbers, which could indicate a double die error. If you believe you have something special, the best step is to get it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. This can confirm authenticity and increase the coin's market value. Now let's address the hype that in recent years. Many videos and posts have gone viral claiming that ordinary coins are worth millions. While it's true that rare coins can be extremely valuable, most of these claims are exaggerated.